Hello! So this is another little tutorial video about personas, because there's something that new people should know about personas, and it's not something that the game teaches, and I feel like I have to talk about it for the sake of everyone. So as you start playing this game, you gain levels, you gain survivor levels, and you get hunter levels one by one, right? Each level you're able to select one perk, right? So you're basically just looking around, you're choosing whatever you want. Display survivors within 18 meters, why not? Eventually you're making up your own build, but here's the sad part. The sad part is that as you're playing this game, you're finding out that there's really one real way to play this game. There's basically a very fixed persona, which I think is sad, which I think is bad. I've criticized the game for it. So basically, you're expected to have borrowed time, alright? It doesn't matter what this skill is, it doesn't matter what this skill is. You're always expected to have borrowed time, because there's one fixed game style, and that is everyone decodes, one person with Tide Turner goes for the rescue, the rest decodes, and then once the last cipher is at 99%, you hold the 99%, you have one person that stays very close to the cipher. As soon as the survivor gets hit, or as soon as he has a decent amount of distance from the hunter, the last person pops the cipher, borrowed time takes effect, which gives a massive speed boost for everyone on the team, because everyone is expected to have borrowed time. People go to the gates faster, and if the person gets downed, well, he gets up right after. This is why everyone is expected to have borrowed time, because it's such a clutch play. It allows everyone to recover, it gives everyone a big boost, and it also counters the tension, which allows the hunter, I'm just gonna go show it to you. It gives the hunter the ability to take down a survivor in one shot. So you're basically expected to have borrowed time. And as I said, if you're someone who's expecting to rescue, again, it doesn't matter what those perks are, it doesn't matter if you like them or not, you're expected to either take broken windows, or you're expected to take Tide Turner. You're taking Tide Turner if you are a rescue character, or you're expected to take broken windows if you don't want to be the rescue character, if you want to be the character that distracts the hunter for as long as possible. And sometimes you will have 4 people with Tide Turners. That already happened. This is so annoying when you're playing hunter. You just hit people and they just refuse to go down because every single person has Tide Turner. Now there's some little variations, as you can see. If I'm playing the priestess, I'm going a little bit upwards. For example, the priestess gets healed slower, so I want to compensate it with her getting healed faster. There's a little derivation, but on the core, you always have 2 routes, and you only have those 2 routes. This is kinda not viable. I've applied it to a Doc persona, because she heals faster, so it's fun to just make her heal even faster, but normally I just use this. Like, I never use this persona, I just made it for fun. I like to make personas for fun. I used to make personas that kinda reflect the personality of the character, or to just maximize their gameplay, but in no way are those like super performant. And I've criticized the game for it. I have published a suggestion where I told them maybe it will be, I don't know, an interesting idea to remove borrowed time and remove the tension from this game, to allow people to just get whatever they want, you know, to allow for more flexible personas. And as soon as I have submitted this suggestion, I only got dislikes. Everybody disliked this idea. Again, I'm not saying that this is the solution, I just throw it out there as an idea in case if they haven't even considered it. I'm just throwing it out there. It's their job to figure out what works and what doesn't. You're like, wow, I can build up my own character. Wow. And then you find out that everyone plays the same way, everyone builds almost the same way, and this is where you're kind of losing the flexibility. But this is how it is right now. So I've also suggested the idea, and someone else also pointed out, If they really want the gameplay to be like this, maybe it would have been better and less confusing for people if they just make borrowed time like forced. This way they could remove it and replace it with something else, or they could keep it here but make it so that you cannot change these points, like you cannot remove any points from here. Make it so that it just stays there if they really want players to play this way, because so far the game, it doesn't teach us this way. It's something that players only realize with time, and some of them feel stupid, some of them feel guilty. They're like, oh shit, I've played wrong this entire time. But it's not their fault. The game doesn't teach us this. You shouldn't feel bad, and even if you don't want to play this way, I don't blame you. I've also been like this. People have pressured me to take borrowed time, and I'm like, fuck no. I want to have broken windows, and I want to have Tide Turner. I want to play for the early game. I want to be useful. And whatever happens at the end game just happens. But eventually I just adapted, and people expect you to adapt too. And if you don't want to, I don't blame you. I don't care. Fuck what people say. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this. Talking about fixed personas, you're always expected to have exit path, and personally it's very helpful. It doesn't matter if you go left or you go bottom. If the hunter loses you, if the hunter chooses to ignore you, or if he loses you because of Tide Turner, which allows you to relocate, you're expected to be able to get up. Sometimes survivors that just can't get to you on time, sometimes they're distracted, or it allows them to just decode. So this is it. Hope it was informative for new people, and I wish you all a good day.